Hi Christian, welcome to Tilhill and thank you for joining us today for this Meet the Team interview to introduce you to everyone at Tilhill and to the public too. Can you start by telling us where you started and what got you into forestry?
I think probably I did a master's in rural estate management and that had a forestry module in which I really enjoyed. But at the time, I don't think I'd considered that you could actually I just hadn't considered working in forestry as a main job. I thought it might be something that I dabbled a little bit in as part of rural estate management. And so after my degree, I did 5 years working mainly for a local authority in rural estate management, which was doing greenbelt and small holdings farms management and a lot of tenancy work. But over the course of a couple of years, sort of came to the idea that working in forestry would be a really nice thing to do, something that has more of a environmental impact than necessarily what I was doing before. And so yeah, it was slow to form in my mind really, I think, but something that I've always felt passionately about. So
lovely, brilliant. And when did you start work at Tilhill, and tell us a bit about what you've been up to since?
So I started working with Tilhill in October 2020. So I think when I moved to Wales, I had about 2 weeks or a month or something of being able to go out and about, and then we went into lockdown. So I've been working from home mainly since starting, but everyone's been really helpful when I've needed to speak to people. Yeah, it's a funny time to start work, but feel very lucky to have been able to do it. So since starting, I've been doing beat up surveys a bit earlier in the year, where I go out and count the number of dead trees from last year's planting, which takes you to some amazing places. I think following that, I've been helping to organise the tree orders and then going to get those in the ground as well, and meeting contractors and doing work instructions for that. I've been lucky enough to go out and help a colleague with some mensuration and tree measurement as well, to help with evaluation for a client. Yeah, we've also been out inspecting fence lines, checking that no livestock can get in, walking the perimeters of some woodlands. So yeah, as well as that, helping to draft a UCWAS management plan, which was one of the things before I started that I really liked the idea of doing. Working in forestry was management plans, so it's been great to be able to do that.
Lovely. Is that your most favourite thing about the job role, doing the management plans, or is there something specific that you've enjoyed so far the most?
I think, like, on balance, I really enjoy the variety. It's amazing to be able to get out and about and also to do some office work. It's a nice mix of the two, but I think possibly my favourite thing is getting out to some amazing places and seeing woodlands and landscapes that I would quite happily go and spend time walking around on my weekends. So yeah, it feels pretty special to be able to do that as part of my job.
Tell us about something you care about relating to the forest industry and anything you would like to see a change in the future.
So I'd really like to see a long-term solution to grey squirrel management, so that broadleaf plantings and younger broadleaf trees can get a better foot and continue to grow more sustainably. As well as that, I'd like to see the UK become more self-sufficient in its timber consumption. I don't think I realised quite how heavily we rely on imports until I started working at Tilhill. So
I agree with that one. 80% we import still,
yeah,
which just seems huge to me, and we definitely need to be part of that campaign to, you know, reduce that amount and more homegrown timber. Definitely.
Yeah, and knowing how we grow the timber and the like environmental standards that we put in place with it, it makes sense to be doing it here.
And what's it like working for Tilhill?
Yeah, it's great. It's like there's people every time you want to ask someone something specifically to do with forestry, you've got such a wide range of experience and skill sets that it's amazing to be able to work under those people and use it as an opportunity for learning and hopefully also giving back to the company.